In this video, I would like to teach you structure of present continuous tense, which is also called present progressive tense. Before this tense, I have taught simple present tense within details, structures, affirmative, negative, interrogative as well. Now in this video, I am going to discuss structure of present continuous tense, which is also called present progressive tense. British call present continuous tense, while American called present progressive tense. Now let's talk about the structure. So for the structure, we need a formula. So formula begin from subject. First of all, we need a subject. Then we need be. Be is simply mean helping verb. In this case, be mean as mr. And the third we have base form of verb. Base form of verb. Base form of verb plus ing and plus complement. So formula for the present continuous tense is that first of all we need a subject, then be mean as mr plus base form verb plus ing plus complement. So now, what are the subject pronouns? So as you know that we have 7 subject pronoun. The first is called I and we is called first person pronoun. I and we is called first person pronoun, while you is called second person. Pronoun. And the third person pronoun we have he and she and it and they is followed by. So these 7 subject pronoun are called S. This is called S. The first 2 subject pronoun is called first person pronoun, while you is called second person pronoun, while he, she, it and they is called third person pronoun. So I is followed by what? That is here am. I am. If we want to construct a statement and I, so first of all we need subject I, then we need to add am, and then we is also followed by R because of plural, and you is also followed by R, and he is followed by is, she is also followed by is, it is also followed by is, and R is also followed by, they is followed by R. Now the first, these are called subject pronoun. These are called subject pronoun. These are basically called subject pronoun. We can simply call S. While these are called B. These are called B. These are called B. B is also called helping verb. B is also called helping verb. Now these all the subject and plus B is followed by first form verb plus ing plus complement. Like for example, I say that I am reading. So read is what? Read as a base form of verb. So I have to add ing with this. So it's become reading here. I am reading what? I am reading a book. A book. Now if I'm talking about that we, so we are watching TV. Watch is the first form and we add here ing. Watching TV. Now if we talk about you, so you are fixing cars. He is teaching English. He's teaching English. And if we talk about next one, so she is washing clothes. Washing clothes. If we talk about it, so it is rain. So we will add ing, raining now. It is raining now. And if we talk about they, so they are doing They are doing their homework. Now, according to this formula, first of all we need a subject. So what are the subject pronoun in this case? We have I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. The rest of, then I is followed by M. So if you talk about that I, so I is followed by M, we is followed by R, you is followed by R, he is followed by S, she is followed by S, it is followed by S, and they is followed by R. And after that, what is this? So these all are called base form of verb plus ing. These are called base form of verb plus ing. These are called what? These are called verb plus ing. And the rest of the sentence is called complement. The rest of the sentence is called complement. That is called complement. So, in this video, I have just discussed that structure of present continuous tense, or we can also call present progressive tense. If you know that there is a difference between American and British English. British English called present continuous tense, while American called present progressive tense. And so now, today we are going to discuss the construction of the statements. So first of all, we need, for the construction of sentences, we need subject. S means subject. Then B means SMR. In this case, SMR is also called helping verb. In this case, we need B means simply SMR. And SMR is followed by base form verb. Base form verb is also called first form verb. We can also call dictionary form. Followed by ing and then complement. So in this case, we have 7 subject pronoun. I, we is called first person pronoun. You is called second person pronoun. He, she, it, and they are called third person pronoun. So now, I is followed by M. M is helping verb, which we also call auxiliary. V is followed by R. U is followed by R. He is followed by S. She is followed by S. It is followed by S. They are followed by R. Now, after M, if we want to construct a statement, then we need any base form verb. So we have read is the base form verb, but we add ing, so it's become present participle. So reading. Watch is the first form, we add ing, it's become watching. Fix is the first form, we add ing, it's become fixing. Teach is the first form, we add ing, so teaching is present participle. Wash is the first form, we add ing, it's become washing. Rain is the first form, we add ing, it's become raining. Do, we add ing, that's become doing. So this is called verb plus ing. And the rest of the sentence is a book, TV, cars, English, clothes. No, their homework is called, these are called complement. Now, there is in a present continuous tense, note is stative verbs cannot be used in a present continuous tense. So first of all, we should know that what is stative verbs. Before going to discuss stative verbs, we should know that verbs are divided. You know that verbs are divided. Verbs are divided. Verbs are divided. Verbs are divided on the basis of action. There are 2 types. Verbs are divided on the basis of actions. There are 2 types. There are 2 types. There are 2 types. The one is called dynamic verb. Dynamic verb we also call, the first one is called dynamic verb. Dynamic verb. Dynamic verb we also call action verbs. We also call action verbs. So what is basically dynamic verb, or what is basically action verb? So those verbs which express action is called dynamic verb. Simply we call those verbs which express which express action, which express actions is called dynamic verbs. For example is play. So play is what kind of verb? It is called action verb. Next one is watch. Watch is action verb. Run. Run is what kind of verb? Action verb. And walk, etc. And walk, etc. Walk, etc. Now we come to our topic, that what is basically stative verbs. So stative verbs are those stative verbs. What is stative verb? Stative verbs. Stative verbs. What is stative verbs? Those verbs which express a state. Those verbs which express a state. State simply means condition. State simply means condition. Or simply we can also call stative verb are those which do not express action. Those verbs which express a state. State simply means that condition or existence. Simply we call they do not. Simply we call they do not. They do not show action. They do not show action. What is the main difference between stative verbs? Those verbs which express a state. Or we can also say that those verbs they do not show action is called stative verbs. Stative verbs are divided into four. Stative verbs are divided into four. Are divided into four. The first one is called verbs. Verbs shows emotions. So now, what is the first kind? Verbs shows emotions are called emotion verbs. So what are the emotion verbs? For example, we have like, love, hate, need, and adore. Adore, A-D-O-R-E, adore, etc., etc. Stative verbs are divided into four. The first one is called verbs shows emotions. Verbs, sorry, that's a verbs. Then we have said that if we talk about plural, so then we say verbs show emotions. So, for example, like, love, hate, need, and adore. The second is verb shows possession. The second is called verbs. Verbs show possession. Possessions. And what does possession means? Possession simply means ownerships. So what are the verbs which express possessions? Possession means ownership. Such as, example of these verbs are, that is called e.g. mean example. The first one is called, that is called have. Have is what kind of verb? It is called possession verb. The second is called, that is called belong. B-O-L-O-N-G, belong. The third one is called, that is called own. The third one is called own. The third one is verbs. Verbs show senses. S-E-N-S-E-S, senses. Senses simply means feeling, smell, touch, etc. So as we know that we have 5 senses, and the verbs belong to that senses is called stative verbs. First of all, we have that is called see. The second verb is that is called hear. That is called hear. Third one is called touch. And the fourth verb is that is called smell. That is called smell. So we have 5 senses. The first one is called see, hear, touch, smells. The fifth one is called feel. So these verbs are called senses verb. Senses verb. The first one is called see, hear, touch, smell, feel, etc. Next one is called fourth. Verbs show thoughts. Verb show thoughts. So now those verbs which express thoughts. For example, we have understand. Understand. The second is remember. Remember. The third one is realize. The fourth one is believe, etc. So we have discussed that stative verbs and details. That stative verbs are those which do not express actions, which only express state or conditions. There are 4 types of stative verbs. The first one is which express emotions. Like for example, I say love, hate, etc. The second is which express possessions, ownership. Like for example, have, own, belong, etc. The third one is called verbs show senses. See, hear, touch, smell, feel, etc. The fourth one is called verbs shows thoughts. For example, understand, remember, realize, believe, etc. So now let's give example that why we cannot use stative verb and a present continuous tense. For example is we have so many verbs that we discuss so many stative verbs, but yes, there is one exception. Some verbs can have both qualities. That can be stative or we can say that dynamic. For example, one of the verb, I say that have and look. Have and look. These two verbs. Have can be stative or can be dynamic verb. Look can be a stative or can be a dynamic. Sometimes it depends upon the condition as well. Now let's discuss that why we cannot use stative verbs and a present continuous tense. So these all verbs cannot be used in a present continuous tense. In a present continuous tense, we only use dynamic verbs, which is also called action verbs. So now let's discuss. For example, if I say that according to the stative verb, if I say that Ahmad is loving. Ahmad is loving animals. So according to the formula of present continuous tense, it is totally true, it is totally correct. But according to the verb, this one is a stative verb. We call stative verb. So if we use stative verbs in a present continuous tense, so this sentence is wrong. Instead of using this verb, if we want to use loving, so we have to use simple present tense instead of this sentence. And a simple present tense, we can say that Ahmad loves animals. Then it's correct. This one is called correct. If we want to use loving, it's wrong, because in this case it does not show any action. So stative verb cannot be used in a present continuous tense. If we talk about stative verbs, stative verb can be used in a simple present tense. Let's give one more example. Example is according to the present continuous tense. If I say that I am needing mobiles. mobiles. So according to formula or according to structure, it is correct according to the present continuous tense. But according to the verb, it is wrong. Because this verb is called what? It is called stative verb. And stative verbs cannot be used in a present continuous tense. So it is totally wrong. If we want to use stative verb, so we should try to use simple present tense. For example, I say in case of here, I should say that I then need what I call, I need mobiles. Then it's correct. Then it's correct. Because need is what kind of verb? Need is a stative verb and it can only use in a present and a simple present tense. So it is correct. And there are so many more verbs. Try to search it and do it. Now, we come to the second step is, the second step is called that if the verb, if we have consonant plus vowel, consonant. So let's begin. Start it. Huh?
It is fine.
Okay. So now, if a verb follow this formula, like consonant plus vowel plus consonant, then the last letter will double. Like how? For example, I say that I am running. So R-U-N. In case of here, look at now. R is consonant. R is consonant. While U is what? That is called vowel. And again we have what? Again we have consonant. So whenever when we have such a formula, such a words, so we double the last letter. Like for example, I say the first we have R, so it is consonant. Then we have vowel, then consonant, so the last letter will double. I am running. What I say that? I am running for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Beside this, we have another verb which also follows this formula. That is called B-E-G-I-N. So if we talk about B-E-G-I-N, so we have consonant, then we have I is vowel, and the last one is what? That is called consonant. So if I want to make present participle form of begin, so what I will do? In case of here, I will say B-E-G-I-N-N-I-N-G beginning. What I will call here? Because of formula that if the verb end consonant plus vowel plus consonant, the last letter will double. Another example is swim. S-W-I-M, swim. So we have consonant, then we have vowel, and then we have again consonant. So the last letter will double. For example, I say in this case is S-W-I-M-M, I-N-G, swimming. That is here, swimming here. So, in this tense, we discuss the structure of present continuous tense. Plus, we also discuss that we cannot use stative verbs, and also we discuss that how we add the last letter double. So we have the formula for that. When the verb follow this formula, like consonant plus vowel plus consonant, the last letter will double. Example is in front of you, run. R is consonant, U is vowel, while R is again consonant. So if we have consonant plus vowel plus consonant, so the last letter will double. Like for example, I said it R-U-N-I-N-G. Next one is B-E-G-I-N, begin. So we have the last three letters follow the formula, consonant plus vowel plus consonant. So next verb we have that is called begin. So consonant plus vowel plus consonant we call beginning. Swim also follow the same formula, that's called swimming. So that was the end of present continuous tense with the detailed explanations. And next video we will discuss the negative and interrogative structure of present continuous tense.